Snakes, man. We in Aquatic critter in Nashville. Man, these snakes big in them up. You see them big old snakes?
Oh my gosh, Dad! Look at that tool! Dad, look at
Excuse me.
Oh wow. Yeah. And I get one tomorrow for my breeding. So it brings it to 10. Well, that's a good idea.
What's in that motherfucker? My son slick want a snake, but he ain't gonna get now. So I bring him in here, so he can get a feel for him. He think he's saving his money to buy a snake.
Where's the little fishy?
That ain't mean. We don't want no snake in our house. He just left her.
Why? Look at that big one. What's that brown name? What's that brown?
You can get a turtle. You can get a turtle. You want a turtle? You don't want no turtle, JV? Now your mama ain't finna let you get no snake.
What's that brown name?
Man, she don't care nothing about no turtle.
He's in that big cage when you walk in. She's not gonna. He's a big black and yellow.
They ain't got no hamsters in here.
Yeah. Sleeping. He's the closest thing they have to a Komodo dragon.
That's crazy. Come on, let's go up here and see if they'll let you hold one. Ain't nothing over there? What's over there? Let's go look. Well, you gotta buy a cage. I mean a tank. You gotta have everything. Light. Yeah, light. Where you can get a turtle for free at? Tell me. Go get one today.
Dad.
Right. At the pond. Percy Priest. Go to Percy Priest and find a turtle. Man, Joe might be poisonous or some shit. Pick up a turtle, your whole finger fall off.
Oh, okay. Did you see the baby ones next door? We actually had that as long as it's doors. Sometimes we end up out of them because we saw so many. But they sometimes.
Man, people eat turtles. Frog legs, all that. What's that? Oh, that's gonna be.
Right? Or is it taken? Oh, it's definitely taken. It's very interesting.
You have any reptiles?
I have 9 bearded dragons.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I get one tomorrow.
Did you get them from here? No.
Go through a breeder if you get one. These ones are shit. I'll show you why. I don't know if you have a bearded
No, I don't.
one.
Well, interesting.
I'll show you. See the lines underneath on their belly?
Uh-huh.
Those are stress lines. Those are not supposed to be there.
Oh, wow.
They're supposed to be completely white on their tummy or see-through, like a translucent.
I breed.
You
breeding
breed?
mine next summer. Yeah. As well as this right here. This is a severely sick dragon. They should look much happier, healthier, and these ones are just normal bearded dragons, whereas you can get ones that look like rubber.
What do they eat?
Babies eat mostly bugs. Adults eat salad and like bugs, like maybe like 2 times a week.
Oh, okay. Look how little he is.
Yeah.
He wants a snake, but I don't
See
know.
how dark his lines are underneath his belly? You can tell that is
He's stressed
really
out.
sick. Yeah. He's, typically, if they're that deep, it's because they're sick.
So when you have something like a reptile, those don't go to a vet or anything. They do go to a vet?
They do.
Okay.
They do. Mine goes tomorrow because
Oh,
one
okay.
of mine is sick, and you can tell because his eyes are not completely open. Yeah, and he has like little. He's the same. He's a bearded dragon. He's just a different breed kind or a different morph. Whereas I have all sorts, like red babies. Like you can have some.
Oh,
really
that's
cool
cute.
stuff. Yeah,
That was nice.
and they're just babies, so they'll look completely different from where
How
they
big
are.
do they get?
About 2 feet. There's one on the end over here.
Dang.
Depends on the dragon. Some of them are 2 feet. Some of them are like 1.5. They can get up to 24 inches.
Man.
Female. That's a bearded dragon. And they have some that don't have scales on their back, and they have some that have dots instead of scales, or they have ones that are translucent. They have. She looks like she's a.
So that's as big as it's gonna get right there?
This one, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are much bigger. Some of them aren't. It just depends on the dragon. Some
What?
of them they have like something called a German giant, which will get much bigger.
I got a silly question.
What?
I see like these things have heat lamps on them.
Yep.
Could you put like a tank like this in a garage with a lizard? No, too hot.
No, it is because you can't regulate the temperature. So
Gotcha.
Their temperature should be between 110, and it can't get anywhere past 150. At
Gotcha.
120, you're pushing it to them dying. As well as you can tell that they have a UVB strip, which acts as the sun.
Gotcha.
If you lived in like California, Utah, you could have an outdoor dragon. And this is a really small tank for them. They should be in 120 gallons, which is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. So do you have all yours together, or you have them like in separate
No,
tanks?
they'll kill each other. They're
What?
solitary creatures. Yeah, same with monitors.
Wow.
Same with tegus. Like these are tegus, which this one's actually really cool. Well, I don't know what's in it. That's a tegu.
Is it a like a Korean animal? Or what are they
Tegu
native to?
is like a Caribbean. Yeah.
Caribbean, okay.
Yeah. You'll see them a lot.
You see how big that thing is?
This is a baby. These are small. They'll get bigger than this for sure.
That thing is huge to me.
Oh yeah, these ones are more of a dog. Bearded dragons are the most personable in my opinion. But yes, but I get this one tomorrow. So like they have lots of different colors and like morphs.
Look at that. That's nice right there.
But it won't look like this when it's older. Every time it sheds, it gets brighter and different. So and then like this. Like there's some really neat stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and I prefer desert creatures over aquatics. Also, they can't have very much humidity. So if you put them in the garage,
Watch
it's
it's
too
too
humid.
humid. You go on
'Cause they're from
vacation, boy, they'll
Australia.
die.
They're
Come
the
back and be
dragons.
dead.
Are
Dead.
Yeah. They're very interesting.
Yeah. You want to come and ask him about these snakes, boy? Javion, come on and ask him about these snakes while nobody ain't here. It's like, oh, these sold. Or is it just a tank? So. Are y'all letting people hold snakes or whatever? He's actually interested in a snake. Last time we was here, I think it was like one of those.
So today is feeding day, and
I ain't talking about one of them big snakes. I'm talking about like one of the little small.
I mean, in every single case there,
Oh.
because they all know it's feeding day.
Oh, they really?
The potential for getting a bite is
Oh, okay.
it's there, but it's some snakes you might be able to do.
Gotcha. What was the name of the snake that you was looking at? Was it corn snake? Y'all have corn snakes or? And that's the one that you would like probably suggest for like beginners.
That or a ball python.
Or ball python. Nah, we don't want no ball python right now.
What?
I don't know. I just,
They're cheaper than corn snakes.
really.
The only thing is that you're more likely to deal with hunger strike issues
Mm,
over the corn snake. Corn snake's not really going to have that problem.
gotcha.
How are you today?
Cause something like that be set up in a garage.
Sure. What size?
Large.
Come on, girl.
4 dozen.
Sure.
Cause something like that be set up in a garage. A snake, like one of these, like a corn snake or a ball python. Cause for some reason his wife don't. My wife don't want it in the house at all.
Well, the problem with the garage is they
Too
get
hot.
real hot,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a fine line. So that of heat that they can and can't tolerate.
About what's the hottest?
Probably garage.
about
That's
4
probably too hot. Honestly. I'd imagine. Like, do you have any kind of idea what kind of heat your garage gets at the peak of the
At the
day?
peak of the day, probably maybe like 107.
Yeah, it'd kill
Too
it.
hot. Too
It would
hot.
kill it immediately.
What if it's like
Especially if you get a
fans
baby.
or something like that in there?
Say-
Or if it's like
Fans only gotta do so much.
so much.
It'd just be a better experience for everybody if you have it in the house.
Gotcha. Yep. You may have to wait, boy, till your brother moves in the other room, and then maybe you can put it in your room with you.
Did you do the pastel?
Oh, what?
Did you feed the pastel?
Oh no, somebody held it earlier, so it's disrupted the feed pattern today.
So, unfortunately, this will be another good one to do.
Go on over there. Go over here. You acting like you scared.
Yes, that's a lot.
I'm not gonna get you no snake if you acting like you scared.
Hands out like
Getting
this.
more of those tomorrow.
Grab it.
So
You don't- you
maybe
wanna hold
we
it?
would sell, we can sell you
You don't
two
have to if you don't want
smalls
to.
for the price of a large. If that would
No?
You don't want to?
do those.
Yeah, let's do a smaller one.
What? I thought you wanted to hold the snake.
This guy, we'll do the rough green snakes. These guys won't bite.
Size multiple times.
They're too small.
You think we gonna get a snake and you don't even want to handle it? You gonna be the only one handling it. You might well spend your money on fireworks, boy.
Yes, because
These guys are real wiry, but it's all right. You just like hang on to it like back here, like wrap your like thumb and fingers around it there,
Mealworm shells, when you,
right?
I know
And
it sounds
then-
gross,
and
but when mealworms die and they get crushed,
There you go.
their shells form a texture like wheat. So you can make
What do those eat? Like those are frozen mice?
So
Oh,
they
crickets.
mix
Those
it
eat
up
crickets.
today. Bob, it
Always
just-
gonna eat a cricket,
Yeah,
or
and that's as big as they get.
it's as big as they get. And what kind of snake is that?
It's a rough green snake. They're native
We have
here.
people coming in that I need a-
$30.
$30. Oh boy, you can buy one. How much the tank is?
I mean, you don't really need something like this. This is because we have several in here.
Explain the physics of the shell to people, and they're just like,
What would you need? Like a 5 gallon or something?
You'd need something kind of like these, one of these taller ones.
Uh huh.
Maybe not necessarily this tall, but something like this. Some stuff for it to kind of climb up on. You need the heat and UV light.
it's like a bunch
And
of
some bedding.
conspiracy theories.
Little
that
water
developers
dish in there.
last year that thought
Would
they-
y'all do like sell all that setup? If like say for instance we just came here and bought one of those snakes, could I come here and like buy a tank setup also? Or
We can get like put together the stuff for you.
gotcha.
I don't know.
And what would all that probably run him?
All it took was listening to
Let's see.
the
We
person
took
telling
him in
me
here
to
for a
do
bit.
that and realizing it was
You like that snake?
it was meal.
Is that the size you want?
You can actually just
You gonna be able to pick up a cricket and feed him a cricket?
You don't even have to pick them up. All you gotta do is throw them in the cage. Like there's a bunch of crickets in here now.
they were getting super worms
In here,
because
just
they thought
wandering around until they're ready to eat them. So let's see. If you were to get.
You're welcome. Have a good rest of the day.
Hey, with these down here, these naturalistic work for rough
You
green,
thinking about
or
it?
is it too short?
They might.
What kind of snake do you have?
Corn snake.
You have a corn snake? How long have you had it?
So like the mini deep dome UVB.
My son got it when
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
something
4,
like that, like
10
a
years.
small
That's
About 10 years?
Yeah.
Is it big?
He's 14 now.
It's not big
They
at all.
don't get that big. I mean, well, I don't consider it that big.
Big, right?
I feel like,
It's
you know, the
manageable.
ones over here.
Yeah,
that's
those are
what I
huge.
consider big.
Those are huge
Yeah.
to me.
So here's the downside about going with a snake like that.
Mm-hmm.
is that the majority of the money you're going to spend is going to go towards the equipment
Right.
rather than the animal.
Exactly.
So just the animal and this would be about 111,
Okay.
and then you'd need a small one of those mini dual domes. So
I'm over here.
Give you a call or send you a message.
Okay, sweet.
Let me get something to write it down after this. I thought my chameleon was down here.
I'd like to look at the boa, I'll get them out for you.
He climbs down from his tree and flops around people. My chameleon.
That's
His
why you
name's
jump
Neptune.
through.
He just climbs down 50, maybe 160. And then the wolves. Sorry. Oh, wait. He was scaring people.
You can get in with 15-foot alligators if you want. They'll let you go in there with them with your
He's
pet.
green, but when he gets upset, he's
Nature
white.
and common sense when you get here.
Yeah.
About
We go
170.
to
Then
boa.
Oh, he's like right up top.
say like a 50 to 25. Pete? Karen?
Oh, what?
50 or 25.
Is it the
Yeah.
small square one?
Yeah.
25 should be enough, as 50 might be too hot for that. The tall, oh, we don't have a taller one.
80.
A 10
Probably
gallon
like-
might be a bit, like if we have
10
10
gallon?
gallons in sprinklers, that'd be a bit better so it has more space to get away from the heat bulb.
Okay. 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 So,
And there's more space for the UV bulb to sit too.
200. We're doing 200 with everything. So around 160,
160.
right around
And-
there. Just that's just off the top of my head.
And what?
Factoring in a bunch of taxes.
Taxing. So, what about crickets?
I'll give you a dozen. And that's it. And that's 160. Deciding if you want to go with a 10-gallon enclosure, if you want to go with something like that, or with a front opening.
Gotcha.
And that'd probably be better because of the room for the snake in it, and that's cheaper.
Gotcha. Would it be probably about the same setup for a corn snake?
No, if you got a baby, yes. But eventually you're going to need to upgrade,
Upgrade
it
it.
to something bigger.
Okay. But if we went with something like that, that's about the biggest we gonna need.
Right.
We don't have to.
Because see, like corn snake,
Bearded dragon, Jeffrey had one. Bearded dragon.
did you feed this corn snake?
Oh no, not yet. We don't have any his size.
Okay.
Come on over here. Don't be scared. Come on. You better act like you want to see these snakes.
So this is what a corn snake will look like, pretty much full
It's
grown.
big. You don't want nothing that big, do you?
Now,
And that lady snake that just left out of here, she been had her snake since her son was
these
4
guys
years
are really
old.
nice, so,
Yeah, that's what we came in here was looking at when we first came in here,
yeah.
like a couple months ago.
So these ones are pretty good for handling. They don't have hunger strike issues. You
Right.
would just need like a 40-gallon.
I don't know
Gotcha.
why this is become an issue.
So those little wire snakes have hunger strikes?
Sorry?
Those look wire
buff greens?
Buff
No.
greens.
Taking them
No.
out when they go out
No,
in
they don't have those kind of issues.
Axolotls can't handle heat. They think they're
Why you acting like you scared
But
now?
axolotls they're tiger salamanders, so they go
Snake too big?
and recognize the person that feeds them.
You just want a little snake. You just want a toy. That's what you want. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll make up our mind. Because we've been doing a lot of research on corn snakes, but if that's a full grown one, he definitely don't want that.
I think it's a good idea to do your fact finding by coming in here and holding some things.
Things.
So you know what you can personally deal with, what
Right.
doesn't freak you out, and then do your research. Take your time. I mean, there's no rush. We always have snakes.
What was that first snake you pulled out? Was it a ball python?
The first one, what did I pull out?
I think it was like right up in here before you went to the bull green.
Oh, it was the albino pastel. This guy.
And that's a ball python?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty one.
Yep.
Kind of high, but it's a pretty one.
Gotcha.
You can always go for like a normal for $100.
And they were easy to deal with.
The thing is,
Look at
about
that.
ball pythons,
Yeah, you
they're
got
all the same, just different colors.
different colors.
Yes,
Yep.
I think that
They're all gonna just do about the same thing. But the cool thing about corn snakes is we got a bunch of new colors in. Like we have the ghost.
You got a little of that snake in. Yeah, it's about the size of the snake you came in and you loved it. But you gotta think about it. That snake gonna get that big in about time you get ready to go to college.
And then you've got the motley, different colors.
Man, that's nice.
Nice one. Then let's see. Amelanistic.
Oh no, it's just that's
Gotta find it.
turtles, but they can't leave the water.
Yeah, there it is.
If they do leave the water, they're not an axolotl, but they're probably a water dog.
Look at that.
Unfortunately, that's a common snake.
Look like them your toy snakes.
Aquatic.
Oh, sorry. How are you today? Pretty good.
Nice.
I think this one is my personal favorite. This and the sun kiss. I like these ones.
And those are still considered babies, right?
Yeah.
All those.
This snakes for the first time in 2 years.
Man.
You know, most of the babies.
Nice.
Sun kiss.
Standard ones, Sarah's.
Yeah.
So you get all sorts of different morphs.
Mm.
New Mexico, like king snake in there.
This guy's getting ready to shed.
Those have just been hard to find lately.
Ooh.
We have ringneck snakes.
So yeah,
Alrighty.
a lot to choose from.
There it is. Huh? So you think you're gonna keep saving your money to get your snake, or you gonna spend your money? You don't want a snake now. You still want a snake?
Do both. Get a snake and then spend your money on some more stuff.
Alrighty.
What you need to do is save your money up and get you that big Burmese python, the big yellow one in there.
No. I think your mom will move out.
It's actually surprisingly nice.
Look like they're changing their skin.
You wouldn't think something that big and scary looking to be nice, but it is.
Man, look how big it is.
You see that wound on the side of its back
Uh-huh.
there? That's what happens when people feed their animals live protein. Like rabbits.
Scratching out.
Rats. And it's really dangerous because of stuff like that.
So this was somebody pet?
And now it's not for sale right now because we're trying to get its health back up to snuff. It recently got through shed, but it's most likely that wound will never really heal
Wow.
because they insist on doing live rodents or whatever, and people say, "Oh, it's more natural." And no, it's you wanted to show.
Yeah, you want to show
kill
kill
something because
something.
if you're keeping this thing in your house, that's not natural. You know what I mean? So.
Man.
And I think personally it's more fun to hand the snake its food because then the power's coming at you.
Right.
You get to see like right down the barrel. But,
What's that, the anaconda?
it is.
It used to be over there. Didn't it?
Sorry guys. Anyway, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. Okay?
All right. Maybe I'll get you some sanitizer. Look at the anaconda.
About 2 to 3 months. It's pretty quick. It's better to be safe than sorry.
It looked like a boa constrictor. You can't see it? Oh my phone. Well, you can see it on. Can you see it from my phone?
That's big. What's up there?
Huh?
What's right there?
Up here? You don't see that snake back there?
Is that the same thing?
What? Nah, it's two different snakes.
That's
Those little bitty snakes, those little baby corn snakes that he showed you, like he was taking them out, different colors, they gonna get as big as that snake he brought out right here. You remember that white looking snake he brought out? They gonna get that big in about like 5-6 years. And you don't want a snake that big. You know that snake that you held down there? That's the biggest that snake gonna get. It's not gonna get no bigger than that. So if you gonna get a snake, you might want to get a snake that size that's not gonna grow. And you can just feed it crickets. These snakes, you gotta feed it mice, like little baby mice and rats and stuff.
That is a lizard.
What?
That is a lizard.
Yeah. So, whatever. Let's get ready to go. I'm getting hungry. You get some hand sanitizer? All right. Aquatic critter in Nashville, Tennessee. Show y'all the sign. Was there some fish over here in this pond?
Yeah.
Let me take a picture of the sign of the building. And walking around on the aquatic side. On the aquatic side where all the fish at. And the fish tanks. Boy, y'all can't take her no fish. Every time y'all used to get your fish, y'all die. What'd you say? Do it say piranha?
Special.
What does sign say? White tetras. Them ain't no piranhas, boy. Piranhas are big fish.
It's a crab.
Need to ask if they got some piranhas in here. They might got some in here. Y'all sell piranhas in here?
I do when I can get them, but I've not had them in a long time. They've been hard to get lately.
And what's the other fish that eat meat?
There's a lot of cichlids to do, so yeah, if you're just wanting fish eating kind of fish, mainly most of those kind of fish are down that front aisle over there.
Okay.
That fish is by itself.
It's probably too big. He said the fish that eat meat and fish that eat other fish is down there. On the front aisle, first aisle. Excuse us. What? What that way? Go got everything for your fish tank. What?
Big fish. Whoa! Daddy, look at that fish. That fish is huge.
Yeah, what kind of fish is that? It look kind of like a puffer fish or something. You think it's, look at it. It look like a little dog or something. Shit, that's funny.
That thing's fat.
You would say the name?
The name's right here. Right here.
It says a jumbo randa. It's $100 for that fish.
can buy that.
You still gotta buy a tank. A tank is what high? $5.99. It ain't nothing but some goldfish, boy.
Those are no.
You can get them at the fair, like you always do.
Black.
What is it? Black moor. That's cool to have some blackfish.
Just lobsters. They have lobsters.
Why they ain't crawling around?
Because they're not scared. Daddy, look at how small these fishes are.
What are those?
They're puffer fishes.
Why are they so little? No, both of fish are big. Hello. Yeah, this is Mr. Dorsey. What do you call me for? What you want? I'm recording a video. We over here looking at aquatics and critters in the stores.
Oh, wow.
And,
Daddy, look at these oxys. They're huge. $1 each? I can buy 21 of those.
what is that? A crayfish. These are probably fish that people feed their other fish. So, like this fish right here. What kind of fish is this? This is a
Red devil.
red devil. It probably eat those fish.
Oh, wow.
These are all the stuff they eat stuff. What?
Stingray and there's some stingrays in there.
It is?
And whatever that big fish is. A catfish? Look at that fish!
What kind of fish is it?
A chocolate. Those are the other two.
That's an electric blue.
Electric blue.
So, yeah, what's this one? I don't know.
Oh, catfish! My favorite. Catfish.
Well, you eat that. You eat that, John.
I'm not eating that beautiful thing.
Play it. That's an Oscar, boy. Get some catfish in there too. So how they put an Oscar in a catfish? I thought Oscars eat fish.
That thing is in
Oscar eat other fish. But I wonder why they put an Oscar and a catfish in there.
No.
But I only see one. How many fish in there? Oh, what? There go one. Go right there.
5, 6.
So I guess they're not gonna eat that catfish or nothing.
We can buy it. I can buy it.
These look like fish that people.
I can buy that.
Then it's gonna die because you ain't got no tank for it.
Oh my god. They have a shark in here. They have a
Dang, look how big that fish is.
They
What
have
kind
a
of fish
shark.
is that?
They have an eel. A
Where?
shark. Shark. Electric eel.
Look at it.
There's like 3 sharks in this tank.
This tank huge.
That is disgusting.
What?
That.
Look how big that fish is. Do it got all kind of fish, the names on it? No.
No. I like it. But
Why
that's-
this one ain't coming out?
I don't know. What is it doing?
This shark ain't going nowhere. Tail long. He probably don't even swim around in there.
What is it? It's going down. Oh my god. What I'm going? That maybe just come. That guy is trying to be a creep. Its face is all the way over here. Yeah. I do all that. For this, that. Oh, Dory. It's Dory.
Alright, we need to leave. It's 5 o'clock.
It's SpongeBob.
Shh, boy.
SpongeBob.
Oh, his house. Bikini bottom.
That's an anemone. And they're moving.
Oh, what?
Anemone.
It's probably where seaweed come from. Off of them. Look how they moving.
There's fish in that tank. Are they eating off of those things? Look at this.
It sounds like an aquarium.
Just small.
Come on, let's go. Come on, boy. That's it for the aquatic side. Koi pond.
I want one of these fishes out of here too. This is a beautiful one.
What?
Some of these fish are white. Oh.